Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Jack Stocken's Improver lesson. It looks like we're going to have a very big class this morning, and that's really good. That's fabulous. You all know the drill. If you have any tech issues, don't pop anything in the chat box. You can either go back to the welcome email and come back in through that link, or use the click here for support widget just above the chat box. So I hope you have a really enjoyable time this morning. And I can see we have a lot of our regulars, but some new people too, which is lovely. So without further ado, I'll pop the record button on, most important, which is great for people to watch the video again or to watch it if they can't be here. So we'll get that moving and then we'll welcome Jack up. So let's see, is this technology working? I hope so. Yes, perfect. So here we go. Let's see if we can get Jack down to the stage. And he should be here very shortly.
Yes, he's here now.
Oh, there you are. Welcome. Lovely to see you again.
Always nice to be here. My favourite place to be at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. I do enjoy giving these online lessons.
It's a big class, Jack.
Yes, no, they've good attendance today. I've just been teaching the beginners, stroke improvers.
Yes.
So they're getting on well as well, and they're all enjoying their games on BBO with the WhatsApp group.
Oh, fantastic! All right. Well, I'll see you all a bit later on. And
I was just saying, Franny, I hope they're all feeling bright this morning because I'm teaching the losing trick count, which I often say is the hardest thing I teach.
Yeah, it is a little bit hard to get your head around, but you're a great teacher. You'll make it simple. We'll all catch on, no problem.
Famous last words, Franny. Well, I'll leave you for the moment. We'll let sleeping dogs lie.
Exactly, and Kat, and I'll see you a bit later.
Yeah, thanks for the intro.
Bye.
Well, it's 11:01 UK time. A warm welcome to all of you. Let's go straight into the losing trick count. And Anthony's in South Africa. Yes, it's a good time to be away, I tell you. Although it is sunny in Harrogate here this morning. And a warm welcome for those watching in replay. Obviously, a big part of our class. Those who can't watch it live. Yes, the weather here, actually, Anthony, has been pretty miserable. Cold, damp, grey. In bridge, we don't add on points for shortage or length, unless we have a fit. Someone was asking me in the week, they said, do you add on points, like 5 points for a void? I said, no, we use the losing trick count instead. It's much more accurate, but only when you found a fit. So some of you will have done losing trick count before. Some of you will have never done it. Might be, brand new to it, first time ever. And some might have done it before, might be rusty. So here we go. So to use the losing trick count, you need 4 card support for partner. No good having 2 cards or 3 cards, even if they've got 5 or 6. You need to have 4 card support and an unbalanced hand, rather like the leaning Tower of Pisa, which I have, fun enough, been up once. I got pretty bad vertigo at the top. Didn't like being at the top of a wonky building. Maggie likes it. Right. This is a new caption, actually. I haven't put this one in before, but UFO. Think. So think unbalanced. Think fit. Think opening side. Losing trick count doesn't apply to overcallers unless they're using the unassuming qubit. Okay, so UFO is the key thing today. Oh, Nolies, it's wet in the Elgard, Noli. My heart pines for you. Okay, so 2 stages of the losing trick count. First of all, and they're both reasonably hard, adding up the number of losing tricks in your hand. That's the first stage. The second stage is then adding them to partners' losing tricks to give you the correct bid. Okay, let's go for stage 1 first. With 4 card support for partner, an unbalanced hand, count aces, kings, and queens missing in each suit. There you go, not jacks. No, we don't need to do 4th round. Just 3 rounds, aces, kings, and queens. So partners open 1 heart. And oh, I might say this later in the slide, but only ever start thinking about losing trick count, by the way, when you've got a fit. 4 cards supporting your amount. Don't pick up your hand and say you've got kind of 7 losers. That won't help you. So here's the first question of the day. You must do the losing trick count. Oh, you've already beaten me to it, some of you. How many losing tricks are you? Well, it says there in the caption, doesn't it? Of course, those who've done it before will find this pretty straightforward. Those of you who haven't, could be quite tricky. So go through each suit in turn, adding up the losing tricks. Good morning, Errol. Oh, you new? I haven't spotted. I don't think I've spotted an Errol before. Always say hello if you're new to the live chat. You don't have to. You might be feeling shy. So how many losing tricks? We've got 7 seems to be the popular answer. Shall we have a look? We do. We count spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds, Jane. Yeah. Okay, so we have got 7. Well done, I think. Ah, Errol followed the beginners with me, yeah. This is the hardest thing I teach to Errol. This is quite a tricky one, losing trick count. Nice to have you on board. Yes, this is the improver class. The beginner class is at 9:30, Errol, but I think you're on the same page. So we got 2 in spades, just the ace and the king, because we'll trump the 3rd round, you see. Doesn't matter that we're missing the queen. We're missing the king, queen of hearts. That's 2. Just the king of clubs. And again, 2 losers in diamonds. A 7 loser hand. We're adding on points for distribution, basically. Okay, here's another one. Again, partners open 1 heart, so we can start thinking about losing trick count. How many losers have we got there? And again, those who've done losing trick count before, they'll be able to get the answers quite quickly, or very quickly. Those who haven't, you'll just need to bear with. Oh, look, there's a golfer. Wonder why that's on my mug. So, you know, I like playing golf, but not at the moment. The clubs are in cold storage. All right, let's have a look at the answer, shall we? Notice it follows the criteria of UFO. We've got 4 cards support for hearts and unbalanced. It's 6. Well done, the chat box. Almost all of them got it right. So again, ace, king of spades, queen of hearts, 1 loser, ace, queen of clubs. And a singleton is very powerful, of course. That is just 1 loser. Yeah, you just lose the ace because you'll trump the king and the queen. 6 loser hand. Let's have one more go, I think, at this. It's slightly tricky, this one. Harder, but again, partners open to heart. How many losing trick counts do we have? Losing tricks do we have? King X is slightly difficult. But the chat box are doing very well here. Almost all right. 1 or 2 not. It's an 8 loser hand. So again, ace, king of spades, ace, king, queen of hearts, the ace, king of clubs, and just 1 in diamonds. The king is a useful card. So king X is just 1 loser, the ace. Yeah, queen X is 2. So that's, some people get that one wrong. So queen X will be 2 losers. King X is just 1. Well done. Well, you seem to be quite good at that. Very good, actually. Some of you who are brand new to it, either watching in a replay or live, might be thinking, this isn't so easy. No, it's going to take you time. But of course, you can download the worksheet. There's plenty of examples on that as well. And then just practice. But certainly, I think, adding up your losing tricks when you first learn this losing trick count is quite difficult. But again, it's like riding a bike. Once you've done it, it's incredibly easy. Right, let's move on to stage 2. Now this is the addition bit. Once you've counted your own losing tricks, you now need to know how many opener hands. Well, I can tell you for a fact that you assume 7 losing tricks for an opening bid of 1 of a suit. Yeah, 1 heart, 1 club, etc. So that's something you've just got to remember. There's no shortcuts. Most hands at a minimum 12, 13 points will have 7 losing tricks. Now we do the addition bit. So if you as responder have 7 losing tricks, add that to the 7 losing tricks you assume for opener. Okay? 7 plus 7 is 14. Subtract from 18, which is the magic number. Don't ask me why. It would take me about 3 days to explain to you, and you'd be none the wiser, and nor would I. But 18 is the magic number. And that leaves you with 4, doesn't it? So let's put the theory into practice. I've opened a heart. Over to you. What does losing trick count tell you to bid now with the south hand? The losing trick count is pretty much the Bible up until the game level. You only use it as a guideline for bidding slams. You generally go via Blackwood. So, what number of hearts do we bid? So first of all, count your losing tricks. You're unbalanced. There are 7 there, aren't there? Yep. 7 losing tricks. Should we have a look at the answer? Answer is 4 hearts, yeah. So you've got 7 losing tricks. You must assume 7 for partner's opening bid of 1 heart. 7 and 7 is 14. Add them together. Subtract from the magic number 18 always. Leaves you with a 4 hearts, yeah? You've added on some distribution points for those 2 doubletons. But only because you've got a fit. You got 11 points actually there. Well spotted if you saw 11. Not 10. Let's put the theory into practice on BBA. One I prepared earlier. Yes, you would never bid 5 of a major, Caroline. Good question from Caroline. The bidding would never go 1 heart, 5 hearts. No. Yeah, you'd go 1 heart, 4 no trumps if you're looking for slam, Caroline. Yeah. Yeah, you'd never go 1 heart, 5 hearts. You'd generally dial it down to 4 hearts. With a very good hand, you'd go for 4 no trumps. Right, do we open a club or a spade with our 16 points? Yes, that's interesting, yeah. But you should never bid 1 spade, 5 spades, everyone. It's no man's land. You just dial it down to 4 spades. Playing Ackle, do we open a spade or a club? Right, the major suit must come first. Fine to overcall 2 diamonds for a lead director. Yeah, passing the suit quality overcall test. Just need 8 points or more to overcall at the 2 level, but normally a 6-card suit. And over to North. They've only got 9 points. What's their best bid as North responder now? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 7 loser hand, North. Amazing. That singleton's worth a load of points. So only 1 loser. Ace, king of diamonds, 1 in clubs, king of hearts, the ace, king, queen of spades. It's a 7 loser hand. So add that to the 7 that you assume for the 1 spade bid. That's 14. Away from the magic number 18 leaves you with a bit of 4 spades. Well done. Well done. The chat box was not quite universal. A few bidding 2 spades there. And it is tricky, the losing trick count. If you're not totally into it yet, it will take, a few weeks, maybe a month or two to practice it. No, I don't. No, Jane wants me to explain distribution points. No, Jane, I don't use distribution points. I use losing trick count. Yeah, some forgot to use it. You're unbalanced with 4-card support. Most common mistake of losing trick count, forgetting to use it. Distribution points, really, Jane, just means singletons and doubletons. The hand becomes a lot more powerful then when you've got a fit. Okay, the one thing you shouldn't bid there is 2 hearts. Always support partner's 4-card major straight away. Right, we'll never play too quickly at trick 1. Clearly, it's a hand to draw trumps here. Don't need to rough clubs because the hearts are so good. But let's get on. Which diamond does East play as 3rd player? Or don't you think it matters? Yes, I've had a busy morning. I had a game of paddle. That's paddle, well, it's cross between tennis and squash, isn't it? About 8 o'clock in the morning till 9. Then I've taught my beginners stroke improvers 9:30 till 10:30. Well done. Yes, we practiced our signalling, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago? So signal high encouraging, low discouraging, hell. Which one am I going to play as declarer, do you think? Superman, Elizabeth. No, not quite. Which I'm feeling slightly cheeky. There's a smile on my face. The sun is shining outside. I've got a cup of tea. Yeah, feeling a bit cheeky. It costs nothing to drop the jack there. It does sometimes work. I'll answer that question later, Patricia. I don't want to be too distracting. We'll talk about paddle at the end. They're not put off by that. They've seen this sort of trick before. And I rather sheepishly continue with the 5 of diamonds. We have a bit of a laugh about it at the table. And what does West do next, do you think? Morning, Fred. Morning, Ella. We've got Ella and Ellie. And Elizabeth, the 3s together. Caroline, Jean S, Bernice, Rosemary, good morning. I like these coloured spots we've got now. Rosemary's purple. Patricia. No, you would never give up bridge, Patricia. Yes, double trouble is triple trouble, Ellie. Assumptors an island. And yeah, I would play back another diamond. Yeah, for 2 reasons. A, the Queen of Diamonds is a winner, so we know partner can trump it. Yeah, and so we can take one of declarer's winners away. And B, we might get a trump promotion here. If, for example, East has the 10 of spades, they can trump high, and maybe our queen might get promoted. So for those 2 reasons, definitely play back another diamond. There's no rush to play a heart or a club. And which trump does 3rd player play here? Which trump would 3rd player play? 9 of spades or the 5 or the 4? Yeah, definitely best to go in with the 9. It's a useless card. And declarer over trumps with the 10. Right. Okay, so what do we do next as declarer? Clearly it's right to draw trumps. But how do we draw the trumps? Ace, King, X, opposite 4 to the jack. What's the best way, do you think? Without looking at the East-West cards, if you can. How would you play this combination? By the way, we don't need to rough clubs in dummy. This is interesting because we've got such a good 5-card heart suit. We don't need to rough clubs in dummy. We're just, wasting our time because the hearts are so good. Yeah, we must start with the ace king. Hope that the queen will come down. There's no finesse here. Our prayers are answered. Spades are 2-2. That's nice. So the queen does fall. Which heart do we... Clearly we need to get the hearts going now, the gold dust. Which heart do we play though? The 4 or the jack? It won't help you to look at the east-west cards. Which is technically right? 4 or the jack? We need to try and make all the tricks. So don't look at the east-west cards. It won't help you. In fact, it will hinder you. What's the only chance here of making all 5 tricks? So I'm testing your powers of suit combinations here. Well, you've definitely learned something new, because nearly all of the live chat box, and there's quite a few of you, are playing the jack of hearts. No. The 4. Your only chance of making all 5 heart tricks here is that if West started with King X, because then you'd play to the queen, cash the ace of hearts, felling the king, and the jack would be a winner. The problem is, if you make the mistake of playing the jack of hearts first, West would always cover with the king of hearts, then you'd always lose a trick to the 9 or the 10. Okay, so that's a good one for the suit combination. Quite a tricky suit combination, this actually. It is one of the harder ones. Your only hope of making all 5 is that West started with King X. Okay? Which is unlikely, I know, but it's playing with the odds. Here it didn't actually matter, because East had the king. No, we're not ducking partners, Jack, Ellie, no. No, we're playing to the queen of hearts and cashing the ace, hoping that King X, yeah, the king would fall then, and then the jack of hearts would be a winner. Try it at home. They would come back a club, but we're on the home straight now, look. Jack of hearts is a winner, as are all the hearts. So we don't need to rough clubs on this hand. Would have been a mistake. Just play them out. It's almost as quick as claiming. And that's 10 tricks, 420. Great. Interesting bit of defense there as well. Practicing our signaling from a couple of weeks ago. And a useful suit combination there. Sometimes you do play the jack of hearts first, but you'd really need to have the 10 somewhere as well. Interesting suit combination, by the way, in spades. If you had to play spades yourself, the best way of playing 4 to the jack opposite 4 to the ace, king, 10 is to make the safety play of playing the ace of spades first, in case West has a singleton queen, and then go to dummy and play the 2 of spades to the 10, finessing. Okay, here that wouldn't work. There you'd lose a spade trick. But that would be the way to play the spades. Ace of spades first, and then 2 to the 10. That's if they didn't do any roughing. The odds, of course, change once they'd roughed in with the 9. Okay, well, that was interesting. Let's go back to the classroom. Again, you've only got 7 points, but I've opened a spade. What's your best bid there using the losing trick count? So counting losers first of all, and then adding them up. Smarty, Elizabeth, Christine Lewis, Anne, good morning. 2 lots of Anne, actually. Mandy, PJ, Sarah, Bernice, Valerie, Caroline, Liz W is with us, Jean S, Anne's in London, in case you were interested. Emma, one of our many long-term subscribers. Noli, who's in Ireland. Errol, who's come for the beginners. Assumpta, Jill. Yeah, it's an 8-loser hand. King, queen of spades, ace of hearts, 3 clubs, and the ace, king of diamonds. So that adds up to 15. You should be bidding 3 spades. 1 or 2 of you overbid to 4, I think. Yeah. Again, if you haven't done losing trick count before, it does take a while to get used to. Here's Jack's tip of the day. Don't even think about using losing trick count until you can support partner with 4 cards and have an unbalance. So don't pick up your cards. You know, here are some cards. Look. Yeah, and immediately think I've got 7 losing tricks or 6 losing tricks. That would confuse you. It's absolutely pointless doing that. Only do it when you have the UFO. There's some Apple AirPods. I know what they're called because I had to buy some for my daughter. They were very expensive. And then she lost them. And then she found them again. So we now have 2 pairs of Apple iPods. UFO. Carol, yes, did you miss that bit? Unbalanced, fit, opening side. Okay, opener can also use the losing trick count. They assume 9 losing tricks, another number you have to remember, from a 1-level response from partner. As responder may only have 6 points, so another number you have to learn. Okay, so we've opened a heart, partner's bid 1 spade. And now we can use the losing trick count as well. How many, well, what is our bid here using losing LTC, losing trick count? So counting up our losing trick counts, counting up our losing tricks first, then remembering how many to assume for North's 1-level response. Well done. Yeah, we seem to be doing well on the losing trick count, but I imagine most of the right answers coming in are for those who've done it before. If you haven't done losing trick count before, it's going to be a lot harder. But yes, 4 spades is the right answer. So you've got 5 losing tricks. Ace of spades, king of hearts, 1 in clubs, and 2 in diamonds. This is the one that people sometimes get wrong. They think that for some strange reason that North has 7 losing tricks. No, the way to remember it is that North might only have 6 points. So that equates with the lowest possible losing trick count, which is 9. We never have 10. So 9 and 5 is 14. That leaves you with a bit of 4 spades. PJ, all these numbers are definitely on the worksheet, yes. Let's play hand 2 on BBO now. There we go. And it's a 1 diamond opener. Not strong enough to bid 1 heart. 1 spade by South. Never deny a 4-card major. And what next for North with their 14 points? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losing tricks. Assume 9 for opener. 9 and 6, 15. That's 3 spades. Good. And would South pass or push on to 4 spades, do you think? Now. Our calculators allowed at the table. Yeah, my table, PJ, yeah. Yeah, so South has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losing tricks. So 1 better than they said they had. So they bid the 4 spades. Okay. So South can use the losing trick count now as well. And they've only got 8 losing tricks. So they're 1 better than they promised. Yeah. Your instinct might tell you to bid 4 spades as well. And it's the King of Hearts lead, isn't it? Okay, so just thinking about this hand, it's looking rather nice. I wonder what our strategy is going to be. Is it to draw trumps? Is it to rough clubs in dummy? Or is it something else? I've made a plan. Signal with a 9 of hearts there to promise the jack, by the way. It could be useful. So what are we going to do at trick 2? Which card should we play from Declarer's hand, south? What's our strategy going to be? Draw trumps? Rough clubs? Or play on diamonds? Take your pick. And this hand is available for replay, of course, in the library. 2 hands to replay. Just click the play button. You can play them out yourself. Then click the next button, and I take you through it automatically as to how it should be played. Well, do the words gold and dust ring true? Yeah. So really, establishing the 5-card suit is normally the best thing to do. And normally, it's right to do that straight away, before drawing trumps. Noting the fall of the Queen, of course, from West. And which one do we trump with here? Yes, we don't want to send the boy to do the man's job by trumping low, so we trump him with the jack of spades here. And what discard does West make? Let's just practice our discards for a second. What discard does West make here? Be a bit more specific about the club there. So it should be the 9, yes. Well done. A high encouraging 9 of clubs. Now we go to dummy. And what do we do next from the dummy? Well, we've got unfinished work to do. So yes, another diamond, of course, to rough out the jack. Again, trumping high. Over to dummy with the ace of spades. Draw the last trump. And triumphantly, that 5th diamond is a winner, isn't it? And just give up a couple of clubs now. We'll just play them out. But we're going to make our contract. Precisely. Morning, Mike. Elizabeth, Valerie, Jill, Jane, yes, well done. We have made 420. Key to that hand really was setting up the diamonds, the gold dust. We'd have actually made an over trick. A diamond's been 3-3. We'd have made an over trick there because the heart loser could have gone away. Good. Well, good use of the losing trick count. And that hand is replayable as well in the lesson library. Let's go back to the classroom. Okay, again, sticking with opener using the losing trick count. They assume 8 losing tricks from a from a 2-level new suit response from partner. This responder will have 10 or more points. So effectively, 6 points would be 9 losers. Elizabeth's off to the dentist, but I thought that your dentist point was at 2:30, Elizabeth, not 11:30. So yeah, I'll just say that again. So 9, if you respond at the 1 level, 9 losing tricks, 6 points. Respond at the 2 level, new suit at the 2 level, 10 points, 8 losing tricks. And again, a 1 level opener would be 7 losing tricks there. So given that information, 1 spade, 2 hearts, Well, at least you got my joke, Ellie. I'm not sure everyone got it. I'll explain it in a minute for those who didn't get it. It is an oldie but a goldie. Now, what number of hearts do we bid here? So 1 spade, 2 hearts. So North's promised 10 or more points. Or they might have 9 points in a 5-card suit. I'll just explain the joke. Because not everyone would have got it, maybe. Not everyone would have heard it before. LBO Caroline's just picked it up, yes. Well done. Took a while for the penny to drop, LBO Caroline. Les's brain hurts. Les, today's lesson is sponsored by paracetamol. But some find it harder than others, Les, yeah. And it is going to take you a few weeks, a month or 2 to practice it. And there will be a certain amount of you out there who find the losing trick count difficult, because it is difficult. But read through the worksheet. There will be more information online. We've got 7 losers, haven't we? As South. Assume 8 for the North hand, because they've bid at the 2 level. Leaves you with a bit of 3 hearts, doesn't it? And actually, like everything in bridge, some people find various topics more difficult than others. Some find losing trick count really hard. Most do actually find it quite hard. Some, will find it relatively easy. But it is definitely one of the harder topics. I did say that at the beginning. Let's play hand 3 on BBO. And for the less experienced players amongst us, because we have a wide range of experience in this improver class, it will take a bit longer to get used to. It's a 1 heart opener, high fives. Pass from East. South just worth 2 diamonds on the rule of 14. 9 points in a 5-card suit means we can bid 2 diamonds. Again, West not strong enough to bid 2 spades there. And what number of diamonds does North bid now with their 12 points? One, 2, 3, 4, 5 losing tricks. Assume 8 for partners 2 diamond bid, because they might have 10 points, or minimum 10 points, is 13. Away from 18 is 5 diamonds, yes. Mike's asking, do intervening bids have any influence or no influence there at all, Mike? You just, use the, yeah, you don't bother with intervening bids, just use it anyway, losing trick count. Yeah, but this is responder, Jill. Jill, responder, we assume 8 here. North has actually got 5 losing tricks. Good question from Mike, yeah. King of spades lead. Encouraging 10. Queen of spades. Yes, Caroline, losing trick count is better than counting points for shortages. Yes, more accurate and slightly easier to do. Then switch to the Queen of clubs. Win with the ace. Right. Well, clearly it's a hand to draw trumps, which, and yeah, unusual to be in 5 diamonds, by the way. Normally prefer 3 no trumps, but this hand is so unbalanced, you wouldn't want to be in 3 no trumps. So we need to draw trumps. Where are we in the declare a hand south? Which one do we play first, do you think? The 4 of diamonds or the ace? Trying not to look at the east-west cards. Well, we have to retain the finesse position, Victoria and others, yeah. So it would be a big mistake to play the ace of diamonds. If you played the ace of diamonds here, you'd go down whenever east had 3 to the queen. So you can guard against that by playing a small diamond to the king. We must keep these hearts, by the way. I wouldn't discard those. Keep the same length as dummy. But now you see we have a finesse position against the queen 10. I sometimes call it as playing to the lone honor. So now you play the 2 back to the knave and cash the ace of diamonds. And now we just need to play on the hearts, which we're going to do. The queen. And we're just going to do a bit of a cross ruff at the end. Yeah, I do sometimes say that, playing to the lone honor. It's not always right, Caroline, that expression, but it is quite a useful one. And we're just going to cross ruff the last few, aren't we? Hang on. There we go, a bit of a cross ruff going on. Always love a bit of a cross ruff. To make 11 tricks. There we go. Yeah, 3 no trumps, of course, would be a disaster with the spades. Good. Yeah, good use of losing trick count, getting you to 5 diamonds there. Much prefer, I don't count points for shortages, no. I use the losing trick count. Let's go back to the classroom. Opener can use losing trick count on the second round of bidding. Say opener has bid 1 heart and partner raises to 3 hearts. Opener can now use the losing trick count if unbalanced. So if you're just minimum 7 losing tricks, you would pass. But if you're better than that, i.e. 6 losing tricks, raise to 4 hearts. Should we have a look? So you've opened a heart with your 13 points. I've jumped to 3 hearts, 10 to 12 points, or 8 losers. You're not quite sure which. Yeah, I mean, if I'm balanced, I'll be 10 to 12 points. If I'm unbalanced, I might just have 8 losing tricks. You know, I might have 7 or 8 points. But do we push on to 4 now? Or do we pass? So South can use the losing trick count. Three, four, five. It's a 6 loser hand. PJ, yes, PJ's got it right. It's 1 more than partner would have assumed. So we're 1 better than we said. We can bid to 4 hearts. If we were just a 7 loser hand, dead minimum, we'd pass. There you go. There's the confirmation of that. But yes, definitely don't be sad or feeling thick if the losing trick count, you're finding it hard if you're new to it. It is hard when you first start. I would never expect anyone to be the expert on losing trick count, having just done an hour's lesson on it. Right. So losing trick counts only for open and responder, we know that. Not the overcallers. Losing trick count only works after opening one of a suit, not after a week 2 open or anything like that. And it does work for minor suits too. I mean, we've just looked at major suits, but it does work for minors. Hang on, we need to do one more hand. Let's just go and do one more. Yeah, it does work for minor suits, but I don't think I mentioned this here, but if it went one club, would you feel comfortable bidding 4 clubs because you have 7 losers? So here's a question for you with the minor suits. So if it went one club and you had 7 losing tricks as a responder, would you feel happy bidding 4 clubs? Or would you do something else? What would you do instead, maybe? Pass the paracetamol, says Jane. I will do, Jane. Your wish is my command. There you go. Definitely might you would bid a 4-card major, and I agree with that. But no, let's say you don't have a 4-card major. No, I'll tell you what we would do. Rather than going 4 clubs with the minors, you dial it down to 3 clubs. Yeah. I wouldn't bid 3 no trumps, no. Vulnerability doesn't matter with losing trick count, Pamela. Good question. Yeah, bid 1 lower, Magic. So generally you do that because you don't want to go above 3 no trumps with 4 clubs. And, you know, let's face it, 4 clubs is no man's land. Or should I say no ladies' man? Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've looked at that. Let's play one more hand on BBO before we give you the end. Where are we here? Let's have a look at this one. Yes. Thank you, Chris. Always happy to help out. But yeah, it does work for the minors, but you just got to be cautious. Right. 19 points. What would you open on the south hand? Yeah, just 1 spade. Too strong to upgrade. And what number of spades does North bid with their 5 points? Using losing trick count. 4-card support unbalanced. It's a 7 loser hand. So assume 7 for an opening bid of 1 spade. That's 14. Take away from 18. Yeah, losing trick count says bid 4 spades. That void is worth about an extra 5 points, by the way. Just by the way. Well, I don't use point count, but the diamond void is worth an extra 5 points. It is wow, Mandy, yes. And what now for south, if anything? Well, it's a lovely hand, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4 loser. So losing trick count would be a guideline here. Some of you are using 4 no trumps Blackwood. No, Blackwood is no good with a void. It won't help you. You don't need Blackwood here. It's an amazing hand. 1, 2, 3, 4 loser hand. Well done if you bid just straight to 6 spades. Yeah, Blackwood's no good to you. You know, you don't need partner's ace of clubs. You've got a void. So the interesting fact, everyone, don't use Blackwood when you've got a void. You now know that, Anne, yes. Blackwood no good with a void. Yeah, you got 3 aces already, Jane. Yeah, but it's an amazing hand. Knowing partner's got 7 losing tricks and 4 spades, you can definitely go for gold. And what is West's best lead, do you think? What should West lead against 6 spades? Yeah, that's it, imagine. You mean 3 aces is just a lovely hand. What lead do you think you'd make? Next week, responding to week 3s. Yeah, put up or shut up next week. And Monday, if you're interested, it's the lesson we did a couple of months ago. We're doing play at trick 1 again with the intermediates, 9:30 next Monday. So if you're rusty on play at trick 1, either from the dummy or from third player, then we're doing that one with the intermediates. But a week today is responding to week 3s. Right, yeah, I wouldn't always lead an ace against a slam. I definitely wouldn't lead an ace against 6 no trumps. I'd make a very safe lead or passive lead against 6 no trumps. But yeah, here it just makes sense. You sometimes find your partner with the king of clubs. Sometimes you take the first 2 tricks. Yeah, but I'd only lead an ace against a suit slam about half the time, depending on the bidding and depending on the rest of my hand. Right. Which card should we play next, do you think? Rust is my favorite color. Yes, I did see that one. Yes, my job is to oil the rust, Anne. I used to say that to people before lockdown. I oil the rust for people's bridge. Well, actually, do we play? We're in Declarer's hand. Well, there's actually no rush to take diamond ruffs yet. I think we can draw a couple of rounds of trumps. But being very careful to play to this low non of the king. Because with trumps 3-0, we can now take the marked finesse. Okie dokie. Well, now we must definitely stop drawing trumps because we need to ruff 2 diamonds in dummy. Could have done that first, but actually it's safer to draw 2 rounds of trumps. Yeah, it wasn't it wouldn't be a bad thing to have trumped down. Just it's preferable to draw 2 rounds of trumps first. Because trumps might have been 2-1, then all the trumps are drawn. Ruff our next diamond. Over there. We can now ruff a club to come back to hand. Draw the last trump. Like that. And just concede a trick to the Queen of Hearts, which we're going to do. Say they play another heart back, but we can win with a jack. And we've just got winners, haven't we? 6 spades made. We're going to end on a high. 980. Actually, more like 1,430 because we're vulnerable. 1430. Yay, as my daughter would say, PJ. We have finished on a high. 6 spades bid and made. Not that easy. At least 50% of the people went down when I used to play this hand before lockdown in the classroom, in the live face-to-face classroom. Either they got the spades wrong or They forgot to rough 2 diamonds in dummy. The key thing is roughing 2 diamonds in dummy, everyone. You could have done it earlier. As I say, slightly safer to draw 2 rounds of trumps first, but roughing the queen and the 7 gives you your 11th and 12th trick. Well, thank you, Rosemary. Let's just go back to the classroom. A few of you are going to go and lie in a darkened room, especially those who are rusty on the losing trick count or new to it. So if you remember 3 things, only use the LTC if you have 4 cards fought for partner and you're unbalanced. Assume 7 losing tricks for an opening hand, 1 of a suit. And then finally, add that to your number of losing tricks as responder and subtract from 18 the magic number. Now, we do just have 5 minutes left, so I'm just going to go back to because I like to give you your time. We'll have 1 more hand. Which one should we have? Have I got another one here? No, actually, I don't think I have, actually. No, that was it. No, it's okay. We finished a bit early, but that's no bad thing. It's the end of the show. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when you next try it. There's a few out there, Franny, reaching for the paracetamol.
I saw that. Yeah, you have to go back and have a look at that. That's what it's really good for, the record too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And have another look in your own time.
It's really useful, isn't it, the replay?
It is, but it's a great skill, the LTC.
Yeah. Are you good on the losing trick count yourself? Yeah. I think, like a lot of people here, actually done it before. They're actually very good with it. Those who haven't done it before or rusty, it can be pretty tricky.
Yeah, especially if you use another system, but it doesn't take long to get on board with it, does it?
No, I don't think so. And I think that the most common mistake of losing trick count, Franny, is certainly forgetting to use it.
Yeah, or trying to work out why you use the figure 18. You just have to use it, and that's it.
Yeah, and also the second most common mistake which is also quite common, is using it on balanced hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it won't work if you're 4-4-3-2 or 5-3-3-2. You should just use point count.
And it was a good point you made about the club hand. Go with that hand, you went 3 clubs.
Yes. So that was an interesting point. If it goes 1 club, 4 clubs on losing trick count, I generally wouldn't do that at all. I'd dial it down to 3 clubs. Yeah,
there was no value in going for the 4 either, was there?
No, I mean 1 diamond, 4 diamonds. 1 club, 4 clubs. It's just no man's land. You bypass 3 no trumps, and you're not even in game. Thank you, Ellie. Have a good week. The rest of it, anyway. The weekend. Caroline just wanted to talk about paddle. I'm going to get the lines to put on my tennis court.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Oh, I think you might have to actually build a paddle tennis court, Caroline, because it needs 4 walls around it, glass walls.
Oh.
Now, where are we? I'm just reading the comments, Franny. Quite a few people on holiday at the moment.
Yeah, I saw Costa del Sol and...
Well, Beatles in Cape Town, and I think she goes there each year. Pickleball, Caroline's another thing. It's a bit like paddle. Yeah, basically there's tennis, there's paddle, and there's pickleball. Pickleball, I don't know much about. I've never played it. I've never seen it, but it's very popular in the States.
As it would be.
Sorry?
As it would be.
As it would be, yes. Ella's
fantastic.
Ella's in the Costa del Sol, which is where she lives.
Oh, heavens.
Bernice enjoyed the lesson. Thank you, Bernice. I enjoyed giving it to you too.
And Jack, what you said next week, it's going to be play at trick 1, isn't it?
Is responding to weak 3s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's always a fun lesson. Put up or shut up. Yeah, so look forward to that. And they can come to the Monday lesson. We did it a few months ago, but we're doing play at trick 1 with the intermediates at 9:30. And for anyone watching this class, come along to the intermediates. It's really not a big step up at all. We do some similar lessons as well. Jane T is going to do the replay with pause. Yes, good idea, Jane T.
And yes, pause.
Good. Well, listen,
Right.
Franny, I'll let you get on. Ned appears to have left his bed.
No, he swapped beds. He's in the other one.
Oh, he swapped. He was in the other one, though.
He was, but he has to wait for the cat to choose to depart. He can't just push her out.
There's a pecking order.
Oh, definitely. It's cat, dog, dog.
It is cute that you've got your pets in the background.
Yeah, they like to listen in, I think.
Well, I'm sure that Ned is very good at roughing in dummy.
He's very good at hunting.
Yeah.
Yes, for us, it's big snake season. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We've got some very hot weather. 40, few days at 40 have already happened. Yeah, and a lot of dry undergrowth. So it's, big snake.
Oh, right. Does he hunt snakes?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah, so you've got snakes and rabbits are his thing. So
right.
he's got to be kept under control.
Very good. Well, listen, Franny, thank you very much.
So that's the end, and we'll say goodbye to everybody, and I'll hit the goodbye button.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Franny.
Thank you very much. Bye, all.
Bye, Jack's mum.